This episode is brought to you by
JG
Graybill!
Woo! Now enjoy the episode.
This is All Sports All the Time, episode 137, and this one will be a little bit shorter. We're shooting for a half hour because Parker has to go get a pedicure.
What a way to start the episode.
So,
Hey,
priorities.
I mean,
You've got
I've never gotten one before. I'm kind of curious. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be
Pedicurious.
The only
No.
part that worked in that was the cure part.
Well, yeah, it's the whole second half of the word.
No.
No?
No.
Wow, when Parker says your bad joke isn't good, that's how you know it's a really
it
bad
was
one.
bad.
Yeah, that is not good.
All right, well, random topic to start us off before we get into sports. I have like a list that I keep of just like random things we can talk about in case there's ever not enough sports stuff to talk about, and so this was
there
next
wasn't-
on the list.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot this week.
Not a ton. So, do you guys? I would like for each of us to share a brief story again because we're trying to be time efficient this episode. Do you have a brief story that summarizes your personality as a child? Because I have one, and I'll try to make it very quick. Basically, in preschool, I refused to play rock, paper, scissors because I thought it was too violent when people said shoot at the end.
Of course you did.
It was a real thing that
You
happened.
refused?
Yeah,
Really?
I didn't play rock, paper, scissors until like second grade.
What? Wow. Why?
I just told you.
Yeah,
People
but-
said shoot at the end.
But that saying shoot isn't violent.
I was a preschooler. I don't understand it either.
Not in that
Okay, bud.
like saying shoot in that sense isn't violent. Like nobody
I don't
means
know.
any harm. You know what I mean?
Yeah? Well, now I know that. You're explaining this to a senior. As if
As if you're.
I still haven't played rock, paper, scissors.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Rock paper scissors shoot. Rock paper scissors shoot. I
Well,
win.
okay.
You want me to go
Isn't
next?
that
Sure.
like in middle school when we had a rock paper scissors shoot the tournament?
We did have a tournament.
Didn't we all get confused because they said like rock paper scissors go or something?
We
Yes.
did.
Because
That
they-
was so
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah.
I remember
Everyone
that.
was in the gym. You played each other, and there was like somebody with like a microphone or something
Yeah.
over the loudspeaker.
And they
were like,
didn't want to say shoot either. So maybe it is a thing. Maybe.
less violent. You're
Yeah.
welcome. I was ahead of the curve.
But that just sounds rude. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
It did sound,
Yeah.
it did
Anyway,
sound right.
story that summarizes my childhood and even up to like currently, just like me, my personality in
Your
general.
life.
First grade, I hated going to school. I woke up. I woke up. I did not want to go to school. I hated school, and nobody could figure out why. Cause like I was a good student. I was a smart kid, and it was actually because I found school boring. And so my parents secretly told my teacher to start giving me more homework, and yeah.
So basically,
That was just a humble brag.
So did you just say that you're smarter
You
than
were just,
everybody
yeah.
else?
No.
The thing that summarizes my whole life is it's too easy.
No, but like
My life is
the
too
point I was
easy.
getting at there was
I-
the fact that I was getting more homework and I liked it, and I'm the kid that likes homework.
That
I
is
just
weird.
I just need harder curriculum. You know, it's, getting A's is too easy.
Well, it's first grade. You don't get A's in first grade.
Getting
mean, you
pluses,
get O's.
getting pluses.
Oh,
is-
yeah.
The O's,
Outstanding.
the S's, and the N's.
Oh yeah, and the pluses for the
the S,
if you
yeah,
can
yeah.
tie your shoes, you know, you get a plus.
Did you
Remember?
get graded on whether or not you could tie
Yeah,
your shoes?
in first grade, yeah, there was a plus.
I don't remember that, but
And
sure.
if you had 3 minuses,
Oh, yeah,
you could
that was
get
a
to
problem.
up your game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memory that's that portrays my life from when I was a child. I would say probably my like youngest memory is like just me just like absolutely going at water that coming out of a spigot, you know, and I'm just like right in front of it, like, and then I try and like bite the water and like drink the water. So yeah, I would say that.
Earliest memory is... I think you might have told us that a little bit
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah.
okay.
But I think that
I
summarizes
think
me
that
pretty
could
well.
summarize Parker as a child. He was enthusiastic. He had probably just been like doing something very active, and you were thirsty, and so
Yeah.
spigot.
Sure.
There you go. All right. So sports this week. The Super Bowl happened.
That is an event in
You're-
sports.
your predictions of 77-70, I think, was it?
Yes.
Didn't quite get there.
Didn't quite.
Well, it
Had to
wasn't a
make
prediction. It
almost.
was we saw it happen. Remember?
I don't know what happened. Was this a multiverse thing?
No,
It
no.
must have been.
It was in the
What
metaverse.
Yeah.
It was the
Oh,
metaverse.
what's the difference between the multiverse and the metaverse?
Oh, there's very different.
Oh,
very
you should
different.
know this.
How?
Multiverse is like parallel dimensions. Of it.
Mhm. And then the metaverse.
The metaverse is just an alternate reality.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Oh.
To sit down. We don't have time to sit down and discuss.
That
this,
clears
Owen.
it up.
We're trying to.
It does. I literally
It
described
does.
it
Yeah.
to you. In
We
the
don't have
easiest
like if we
terms.
were gonna sit down and explain every last detail of it to you, we would not have time.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's not
That's
enough
true.
time in the world for that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So, Super Bowl was very entertaining.
There can be a metaverse in the multiverse. But there can't
I
be,
thought we
but
said we
there-
were moving past
But there
this.
can't be the multiverse in the metaverse.
It's a rectangle
It's-
square
yes,
thing.
we're
Yes.
back. To
Got
that.
it. That makes sense.
Okay, all right.
Wait, the multiverse is the square?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Yep.
All right,
My
keep
brain
going.
processed it. Yeah. I'm not to pull a Luke here, but humble brag, I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season. Still looking for the clip where Parker made fun of me saying that it wasn't going to happen. That I'll have it by next week
Are you sure
for
he wasn't
sure.
making fun of the Browns?
That
pick
will
because,
resurface.
you know,
I made fun of
You
that.
both
a
made
lot.
fun of that.
And we were
Yeah.
right about that.
You were.
Are you
The
going to
Browns-
learn your lesson this year?
Are you still a Browns bandwagon?
We'll see how the offseason shakes out.
Oh,
No. Owen will
whatever.
always be a Browns fan
Owen,
deep at heart.
unless they trade Baker. If they get Russell Wilson,
Ooh.
then
if the Browns get Russell Wilson, then you're in.
I'm in on the
I'd
Browns.
be in on that,
Baker's your
yeah.
only issue with the
basically,
Browns.
if they
Yeah.
get anybody
I
except
just
Baker.
hate Baker. They like give him Kirk Cousins too.
Yeah,
Like,
no, honestly.
Like honestly, Browns fans all the way. But like, I think I'm less anti-Brown and more anti-Baker.
Yeah, Baker is just proving us right every single time he
Literally,
plays.
Baker is the definition of proving them right.
Yes.
Except for that playoff game that he won. That was the first in like 20 years for the Browns. You know.
No.
Okay.
He didn't win that. The Browns won.
Sure.
It wasn't him.
Yep.
Unlike Tom Brady's wins.
Right.
Those
right,
are
right,
him.
right. Yeah.
You could have put a toddler with his head cut off out there. And
Yeah.
they
Jeez,
still
that's
would've
graphic,
won.
Luke. Why?
It's legit.
No, just think about a toddler with cabbage instead of a real head.
That's better.
Better,
I
yeah.
guess.
It's a Cabbage Patch Kid.
It's not a
Yeah.
decapitated toddler. Should I title this episode "Decapitated Toddlers?" Parentheses. Thanks, Luke.
It might get demonetized.
It
don't
probably
do that.
would.
We're not
It would get,
monetized, so
blocked.
it's okay.
It would get blocked though. Like YouTube would probably
Probably.
take a video
Yeah,
down. That's,
I don't think we
titled
should title
that.
it that.
yeah,
But
we'll come.
it's a
up
good idea.
Something
I mean,
else.
it's valid.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp had a fantastic season. Potentially
Yeah.
the greatest a wide receiver has ever had. I think it's the greatest a wide
I think
receiver
it's
has
the
ever
greatest
had
of wide receivers.
because he had basically the same number of yards as Calvin Johnson,
Yeah.
but then also
He did it with the
led
same
his
quarterback
team
too.
and then also led his team through a playoff run, and in the Super Bowl won MVP. For the second half, you knew it was just Cooper Kupp and no one else, and he still
Yeah.
dominated.
Who had Cooper Kupp on our fantasy team?
Our fantasy champion, Will.
Exactly. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were supposed to just say Will, and then
Oh.
I was going to say,
Sorry.
and did he win the
Jumped the
championship?
gun.
And you would say,
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah, he did win the championship.
Uh-huh.
So basically,
He won
if
$42
he basically wins you your fantasy championship. That's how you
and
win
your
it.
NFL championship.
Yeah.
Let's also talk about Aaron Donald.
Woo!
Aaron Donald is
Brings
a
the
beast.
pain. I told you.
He does bring the pain.
Cooper Kupp won
Not
the rap
only
battle,
not
too.
only did Aaron Donald save the Super Bowl, he also saved the NFC Championship game.
Mhm.
He
Well, sealed it.
sealed it. Yeah, like he in both those games. I mean, what just amazes me is the fact that he's laying on the ground. Someone is laying on top of him, and he still manages to hold Samaje Perine with his arms outstretched like this around the waist to save him from the first
I
down.
saw him levitate.
Like-
once. He was crazy. No, he was literally on the ground. All of a sudden, he starts rising off the ground, and then just bang, punches the ball, and it's a fumble. They go the other way for 6. It was
What?
crazy. You guys didn't see that?
No, I
It
missed
wasn't
that
in
one.
the. It was during the regular season.
Oh.
Of course, it was against the Jets. You know.
I have not seen that.
Well,
I don't-
you look it up on
Okay.
YouTube.
I
Aaron
will
Donald
after this.
levitating.
Yeah. Okay. If I find it, I'll put it in here right now.
Good, great.
Yep.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, me and Parker came out positive on the bets, but
Yep.
someone here
Yep.
Came out negative.
We've been doing prop bets for 3
Yeah.
years, and I've never made money off of
If
it.
you check out the story, you'll see our long list of 56 prop bets,
Yeah,
and
56. Yeah.
me and
Super Bowl
Parker
56.
profited 4. I profited 3.
Yep.
Owen was -8.
7.
7.
I guess, yeah.
7.
Mhm.
7.50 if we count the 50 cents, but we're not counting the 50 cents.
We didn't. We just.
Yeah, we
there was a 50-cent bet where Luke and I tied, and it was just
We just like
no one
50
cares
cents.
about cents anymore.
Negated.
No one has change, so
Nobody has any.
it's
sense.
fine.
We
I mean,
changed
We're
about
all
change.
crazy. We're all crazy. COVID made us crazy.
Mm.
Yeah, coin shortage.
Yeah. Just like a wing shortage. Man,
Is there a wing shortage after the Super Bowl?
probably.
Shocked me.
Well, I
Parker
was
ate like 20 wings.
Yeah, and then this whole week I literally just finished the wings today during lunch for lunch today.
Wow.
Yep, it took me
5 days.
I
5
just
days.
came up to your house and started eating some wings. I'm
Yeah.
sure you guys want to know if mine.
Now, you know, I didn't even know, but I looked and there was a whole nother container. But in the container,
Was ranch.
it wasn't wings. It was just ranch.
Yeah,
There was
Wow.
like
I saw
20
that.
ranch things
yeah,
in there.
Yeah, when your dad brought it in or mom or whatever, there was like it was just a takeout like to-go box full of
ranch.
things of ranch.
Yeah, and so that's still in our fridge.
What are you gonna do with all
But
that
we have
ranch?
It's gonna
no
be
more
there for a
wings
while.
left. We have no wings left.
How long till that thing gets thrown away?
How quickly does ranch expire?
Ranch, it definitely doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's-
If
so
it's
then
in the
just
fridge,
never get rid
it's
of it.
fine, right?
I mean, I'm sure it'll expire eventually, but like,
Don't
It's-
get rid of it.
so processed.
I mean,
Ever.
If there's ever
That's
an
true.
apocalypse, you need the
Ranch.
ranch.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There you go.
You can't eat your carrots without ranch during the apocalypse.
Sure you can.
No.
Carrots
not
are
during
fine
the,
without ranch.
But not during the apocalypse.
How would you know that?
Well, because your food gets boring during an apocalypse. Duh.
Okay.
Yeah, come
Common
on now.
I
knowledge.
wasn't aware. My bad.
It was. I watched.
Sorry.
I watched a food theory video on it.
Mm.
You get that?
Parker has referenced food theory many more times than you would think recently.
It's a great
he was,
YouTube channel.
He was telling me earlier today how Subway's bread is technically cake based on the qualifications that it meets.
Mhm.
Would you agree, Luke?
I mean, I've never
They've gotten
watched
sued
Food
over
Theory.
it before.
Wow.
Yeah,
Because they qualified as bread and it's
because they false
technically
advertising. Exactly.
that is so weird. It was just white bread though, right?
Yeah, just the
Just
one.
the white bread. Yeah.
Next
Don't
time
get
you
the
go to
white bread.
Subway, say, "Can I get an Italian BMT on cake?"
They'll,
Let's see what they
Please
say.
do that.
they'll probably be like, yeah.
Just see what they
If
do.
the employees know about the lawsuit, I don't know if they do or not. I mean, it happened like 4 years ago, so they probably
Mm.
don't.
Ask them how long they've been working at Subway. If they say over 4 years,
Okay.
then you're good. But if they say
I've been
3,
working
2,
at,
1,
like, Subway for like over 4 years. It's a
You
long.
could become a manager.
Yeah.
If
Think
you
of all
work
the promotions,
Chick-fil-A
like-
for 3 more years,
I'm
and-
sure, yeah, but I don't want to work at Chick-fil-A for 3 more
but
years.
maybe
Whoa,
they'll
whoa,
promote
whoa.
you to manager.
They
Would
could
you
be
stay
watching
there
this.
if you're a manager?
Would I stay there if I was a manager?
Yeah.
Probably not.
What if you managed all the Chick-fil-A's remotely from your house?
Like in the world?
Yeah.
I
Would
mean,
you
then
stay?
I'd probably be making a lot
Why
of
would you
money.
say no to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
so
that-
you would stay there,
Well,
right?
that's a little different than just being a manager in the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but
so.
maybe they did that for some Subway people. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why they
Highly likely, Parker.
You never know.
Never know.
Sure. Last week, we talked about the Ben Simmons trade. We got James Harden. We were obviously pumped about that. Daryl Morey's the best. Ben Simmons is the worst. But now, that was, I think we reacted to that 2 days after the trade went down. Now we've had almost a week since the trade happened. I think it is a week since the trade happened, basically, when we're recording this by the time it comes out. But the
Basically.
media has had plenty of time
Plenty of time.
to react to the
React.
trade. Are you like my hype man?
Yeah.
Like just
No, he's reacting to you reacting
Yeah.
to the media
but he's
reacting.
reacting the same way.
Reacception.
It's a try reaction. A
Reaction.
action.
Try action. It's like chemistry where there's a lot of reactions.
And so the media has had a pretty strong anti-Philadelphia movement, basically, in reaction to this trade, where I feel like Philadelphia is getting criticized more than Ben Simmons. And I think as
I don't agree
Philadelphia
with that.
fans, we need to back up. We don't even live in Philly, but as Philadelphia fans, we need to back up the Philadelphia
we live
fans.
in close to a suburb of Philly.
Sure, that's close enough.
Because Chester County is
We're-
a suburb of Philly.
Yeah.
And we live close to Chester County.
We'll go with that.
So we live close to a
Ish.
suburb of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So
So
we live
people
closer to Philly than we do to Brooklyn, so that's what counts.
Yeah,
But we
Ben
live
Simmons is
closer to
farther away
Baltimore
now.
than we do to
Well,
Philadelphia.
Baltimore doesn't have a basketball team, so it's fine.
But they do have a
Well,
football team.
no, it's
Okay,
fine. It's
all
fine.
right.
We don't have to mention that. It's all good. Plus, Baltimore's football team, we had a better record than you anyway. So, my
And we actually made the playoffs.
well, yeah. My main issue with the way this has been covered and reacted to is people saying that Philadelphia is in the wrong for not supporting Ben Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
And to that, and his mental health. And to that, I would say, one, we
offered
supported him for so long.
Yeah.
How long? We drafted him in 2016.
Yeah.
We supported him from 2016 when people were making fun of him not being able to shoot jumpers, people saying he's not good enough on offense. We supported him all the way up until that Hawks series.
And we offered him literally the best coaches in the world to help him shoot.
Yep.
We offered him like literally anything that he could ever want. We gave to him, and he still didn't improve or try to even get better.
Yeah. And then mental health. He claims he had mental health issues, and so the Sixers are like, okay, sure. Would you like some help from our doctors? No, I don't want to do that. So somehow that's Philadelphia's fault for not supporting him.
Yeah.
And then also, people's like, I get that people think of Philadelphia as generally mean, but like, the Eagles, Lane Johnson and Brandon Brooks have missed multiple games for the Eagles because of mental health, and everyone's supported them because like we understand that they're not using it as a cop out, basically. Like no one was like, oh, Lane Johnson, soft, he's faking his mental illness. No, Philly's fine with that. Just don't use it as an excuse to run away to Brooklyn. I do also really like how both teams are like trying to like show off to the other team. Like, oh yeah, our guy's so happy here. It's great. Everything's gonna be great, and it's gonna be terrible for you guys. So I've just enjoyed the little back and forth.
It's all gonna. The playoffs are gonna determine if they're gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Philly gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
I think people just think, oh, Ben Simmons wants to leave Philly because they're mean. It's like that is not the whole story at all.
not.
We tried to help him so much.
if you were a Philly fan and you watched the Hawks series, then you understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like if he came back, yeah, a lot of people would be mad at him, but eventually if he played well, we'd like him again, but
Yeah.
he refused and
He just quit. He quit on the Sixers.
and people
Winner.
people do not appreciate that, especially in Philadelphia. So, yeah, Luke, do you want to elaborate a little bit on? You want to speak for Philly and their opinions on Ben Simmons now that he's gone?
Absolutely. You know, when I look at Ben Simmons, do you want to know what I see? I see an ugly married couple. When you sign a contract, when you join a sports team and you sign a contract, you are essentially marrying Philadelphia 76ers and Ben Simmons. They got married. And you know what? They stuck together. They dealt with a lot of stuff together, and they got through it. They got through it for what, 5 years?
5 years.
Yeah, and then they hit a rough patch. That Hawks series, it was rough. Things went very downhill. But you know what married couples do? They work through their issues, and that's what a real married couple does. But you want to know what happened? Ben Simmons was just like, nah. He put no effort into that relationship. He put no effort into making himself better. He put no effort into making his relationship with the Sixers better. And he just said, I'm out. Like, I mean, who does that? He was like, I don't
really like your hat. Is it Marvel themed?
It is. It's got like the comic book front on the brim and this part, and it's got the Marvel.
Whoever got you that has good taste.
Yeah.
I know, they really do.
It seems really expensive too. They probably
Yeah, look at the quality of that.
they did not skimp on that
it's-
at all.
Yeah.
Wow. Would you say that's the best hat you've ever owned?
Probably not.
Oh,
But
well.
it's a great hat.
That's nice. I mean, I don't understand any of the comics that are on it, but I'm sure
There's a bunch of classics.
know most
Guardians
of
of the
them.
Galaxy,
Uh-huh.
Spider-Man,
Ghost
Hulk.
Rider's up there. Ghost Rider.
There. Oh yeah,
Ghost
Iron
Rider.
Man.
Is that a ghost who rides something or someone who rides a ghost?
No. Ghost, the first one.
The ghost rides something.
Motorcycle, yeah.
Oh, the ghost rides a motorcycle.
Hulk again.
That
And
seems weird.
he's fine.
Guardians of the Galaxy
Okay.
again. Iron Man again.
Yeah, so anyway.
But seriously, like, he was just like, I'm out. You know what happens? I look at Ben Simmons, and it makes me angry. I look at Baker Mayfield, and I want to puke. I want to destroy something. It makes me want to crush a lemon in my hand and watch the juices roll down my arm. But Ben Simmons, I can't even, their words can't describe the pure agony I feel when I stare into his soul. And the hatred and the amount that I am so glad that he is now out of Philly. I hope he does not succeed on the Nets. I hope he has a horrible rest of his career. And, you know, just leave the NBA. It's almost as much as Baker should leave the MLB.
Wait, the what?
the NFL. Sorry.
Baker's going to
Sorry.
the Reds?
Sorry,
Or the Guardians?
The Cleveland Indians.
The Guardians
The
now.
Guardians.
the
My
Guardians.
brain, I was getting a little heated and my brain stopped working. But I think
Baker
you get
should
that. I think you
leave
get
the
the point.
MLB.
As the wise words of a man that has tragically left this earth has said, Mamba out.
There we go. Just missed it.
Yeah.
Almost had it hit. Oh my word! Wow.
Sorry about
That was crazy. There was a lot of turns on that speech.
Yeah,
It was a bumpy ride.
an emotional roller coaster.
It was like what happens when you hit a pothole on the highway.
That happens all the time.
Cruising on down Main Street.
Oh, that's a song. Oh.
Yeah. Magic School Bus.
Yes,
Come
that's
on,
right.
Parker.
Oh, dang it.
That's what, like, as soon as you said that, I just imagined a car go flying, and then I just thought of the Magic School Bus. Like, yeah.
Oh, I love the Magic School Bus. I was telling Owen the other week how
He didn't,
I think
he didn't remember it the other week either.
I think there should be a class dedicated to these like videos that we watched in elementary school. The Magic School Bus,
Bill Nye.
Bill
Yep.
Nye, the history series,
Oh, the kids.
yes.
Freedom
Riders.
Yeah.
Riders? Yeah.
Freedom
Something
Riders.
like that, yeah.
So good.
Oh man.
Oh, what's the other one? Kid President.
Kid President.
Oh, I forgot about
yeah,
him.
I love that
Yeah.
guy.
Elementary school classic.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Plot.
How old do you think he
character,
is now?
conflict.
Theme, setting. Yes, these are the 5 things that you're gonna be needing when you're reading or writing a good
Short
story.
story.
Short
that's
story.
magic. That was a
Come on,
short.
Luke.
I knew it.
Short story.
But that's
It's not supposed to be
video.
good. It's just supposed to be
So
short.
basically, we just listened to these for a whole period.
Exactly. I would be so down for that.
It'd be awesome.
For a whole semester.
A whole semester.
That
yeah.
sounds amazing.
No, but it's a double semester, like Bio 1 and Bio 2, like
Oh.
AP Bio 1, AP Bio 2. But it's AP AP Elementary School Videos 1 and AP Elementary
Yes.
School
There
Do,
you
you,
Videos 2.
like, do we actually have
It's
to analyze
AP.
them, or do we just get to
No,
watch
no,
them?
you just watch
Uh-uh.
them. That's it.
Yeah. Wow.
Because
yeah.
you got to learn the basics. There's a lot of
yeah.
people in the world that are very old, way older than us, that don't understand the basics of U.S. history, science, and math.
Supersize me. Technically,
Supersize me.
U.S. history.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
getting older.
So we need this class to teach us the fundamentals in a fun way.
Definitely.
they put
Should
the
I
fun
pitch it?
in fundamentals.
They put the fun in fundamentals.
That's the slogan of the class.
That's so bad, but that's
Who would
great.
teach it? Who'd be a good teacher for that?
Well,
Mr. Paradise.
Yeah, that's just Paradise's
Yeah.
class. You start with CNN 10, Carl Azus.
Oh,
Yeah.
beginning of
CNN
the class,
10.
and then you would transition to probably Magic School Bus,
Yeah.
then Bill Nye,
Some Freedom Riders.
and then
end
maybe
with
Freedom
Kid
Riders
President.
Kid President to give you motivation to go off to your next class. Yeah, that's the formula for this class.
Oh man.
Pretty good
And then
class,
there's
though.
one day for Supersize Me.
And there's one
And then you
day
get
for
as
Holly
far
Ivy
away
and
from it.
Evergreen.
Ooh, that's
It
the
just
elementary
plays
school
the
music
entire
class.
class.
It would never get old ever.
Nope.
So we
We
just did Luke's rant. Now we did Mad Hatter. Now we go to Parker's pep talk. Parker, do you have any words of advice and wisdom to try to kind of pump up Ben Simmons?
Let me think about it. No, I can't think of anything. Nothing comes to mind.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just move on.
Yeah,
from
let's
that.
just go to
That's-
the next segment.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's pretty much an impossible task.
Yeah,
Sorry, we put you in that situation.
No, it's okay.
it's just-
I forgive you guys. It's just I don't forgive Ben.
Yeah. All right. So that's episode
You know how they say
137.
forgive and forget? You know what we do? We don't forgive, and we will never forget.
Exactly.
We will remember. Remember the hatred you brought to the city of Philadelphia.
Luke still.
Episode 137.
Because
Good
that's
night.
what the Bible teaches us to do. Good night.